Dane is back. I'm telling you, he is back right here, and Dane's saying something right now.
Yes, yeah. I'm back.
He is back. He's not hunting right now, I think. Are you?
I mean, it depends on your definition of hunting and when I'm hunting.
Oh, sometimes I go shopping, and I like going to thrift stores, so I call that Goodwill hunting. You like that joke?
No, I hate that with all my. No, I hate it with all my might.
Okay.
Puns are the worst. I'm back. This is not the woods. We're in a home. And so I hope I'm not hunting right here, now.
Yeah, he's obviously back. We have a good episode for you. We're going to do some ranking. We have some voice memos, and we have some other good stuff. You know, Dane's back. That's all that matters.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day, happy Hanukkah, and happy Christmas.
Kwanzaa
too. So, yes, this is episode 47 of the Until Next Week podcast. Welcome back to episode 47 of the Until Next Week podcast. And you had to wait until next week to hear Dane again because we had the solo episode last week. By we had it, it was just me because you were being selfish.
What?
You were taking the lives of animals, I'm assuming, and I'm just over here just grinding away.
They all had the option to not walk in front of me.
Yeah, you know what I thought about afterwards? You know what grinds my gears? It's you just not showing up. You know, I'm gonna cry right here, right now for that reason.
Guess what? Next week it's looking doubtful.
Yeah. Oh, next week? Oh, yeah, because
chemo and Thanksgiving.
Oh, I was going to say Thanksgiving, but yeah, I guess that is the case. So, solo episode may be on the horizon. It may have a random guest again. Who knows? We'll see. If you want to be on, just let me know.
If you want to be a random listener.
Hey, if you're listening right now, I want you right now. Maybe.
Just like the U.S. Army.
Yeah. Exact same
list.
Mm-hmm. We're to make posters and just put them all over like the city. And we'll have a picture of you pointing at people.
I point at people all the time.
Yeah.
But usually whenever I'm calling out a communist.
Oh, and again, okay. Yeah, last week we had a voice memo from Joshua Schmitz. I thought it was going to be a non-communism episode, and then he just had to bring out the word. And then right before this episode, I was like, hey, here's some of the voice memos we received before Dane. You can listen to it. And he started cracking up because he heard that word. And I guess it was just in his mind, so he got it out of the way, and we don't have to talk about it the rest of the episode. You know, that should be good.
We should research it.
Maybe we'll wait until next week. And then you can do the research and talk about it on next week's episode.
I do have a lot of free time going into this next week.
Yeah. Just imagine like your nurses coming in and they're seeing you like on your laptop. Like, why the communism?
Why are you researching? Why are you doing a deep dive into communism?
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's funny. Actually, I was doing the same thing earlier. Like, here's what I learned. Yeah, that'd be strange.
This episode's brought to you by Fruit Snacks.
Yeah, Fruit Snacks. He's eating Welch's Fruit Snacks. Don't get too close to Mike because it gets a little nasty. You know, with the chewy. Nope. We're not an ASMR podcast. We are a improv comedy something podcast.
I just like Fruit Snacks.
That too. I think. Yep.
I ate them all. All right. What are we going into?
We're gonna have some updates from the past week. You know, because obviously you weren't here, so you should have a lot of updates, or maybe just a little bit. We'll see. For myself, I had some family in town from Wisconsin. You know, that's always a good time.
You know what Wisconsin reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
When 50 Cent rhymed Wisconsin with Wisconsin.
Oh.
Or no, it was T-Pain.
T-Pain. Yeah. Well, I was thinking of 50 Cent also.
Shout out to T-Pain.
Yeah, shout out. He's a listener.
He has to be.
Yeah, for sure. He's a listener of the podcast. Like, whenever you mention Wisconsin, he's like, hey, I got to know everything there is to know about it.
What's Wisconsin? You mean Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin. But yeah, I had some family, uncle and aunt come in. We just did a lot of fun stuff. They have never visited Springfield because they're always like, again, it's like a 10-hour drive.
It is a tourist city, I guess.
Yeah. So they came down. We visited Branson, went to like Silver City and such, and it was a good time overall. Like it was a good weekend, but it was very busy. And now we're here. So
you know what else happened this week?
What happened this week?
We need to react to this because the people want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the video of Taylor at her concert in Argentina or whatever?
Yeah, probably.
And then she changed the lyrics of the song from "Karma is my boyfriend," but now it's the boy on the Chiefs is Karma or something.
Yeah,
Karma
she got canceled.
She got canceled.
Yeah, because she's talking about the Chiefs.
She should.
Yeah,
that
nowadays,
racist team. There, I said it.
No. I definitely did see that because my algorithm is messed up. So I see a lot of sports stuff and I see a lot of Taylor Swift stuff.
Literally same.
I see everything I need to know. So yeah, I saw like the lyric change. I saw that she also put a new song in her set list. That's basically
in game.
Well, I was gonna say the one where like she's falling in love again.
Yeah,
like I'm falling in love again. Like or Labyrinth, I think.
I don't know.
I think that's what it's called. I don't know for sure, but she definitely added that because of him. And I was just thinking because Travis Kelce was at the concert. We weren't even going to talk about this. Honestly, this wasn't in any of our notes.
I thought about it though,
but Dane brought it up because why not? And I saw it was Travis Kelce in just a great outfit, and
I don't know what was going on there.
He was with Taylor Swift's dad. I'm just thinking he must be so proud. It's like finally a real guy. I can talk what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about acting or whatever else. Like we can talk some good old sports.
Or Harry Styles and his dress wearing self.
He's like, I'm finally proud. Like this is the boy right here.
Now Taylor, this is a good young man right here.
Yeah. Like if Taylor doesn't marry him, I think he will. Like I think that's how happy he is right now. Yeah. But
well, you know what? I heard a take this week on TikTok about this whole Taylor Travis relationship.
Taylor Swift, right?
That's the one.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
Taylor Lautner. Or Taylor Lautner or
Taylor
Lautner. Yes. Take it.
Yeah.
But so this person says that they believe that Taylor and Travis could usher in a baby boomer like population growth, as in if they were to have a child, every Swiftie would be like, oh, well, I need to have a baby now.
Yeah, I need to find a football player somewhere.
Yeah, or just have a baby in general because Taylor's doing it, and I want to have the same birth year for my baby as mother has for her baby.
That is a good point, and there'll be so many Chiefs fans, like even more so. Like everybody's already a bandwagon, I feel like, and now it'll be even more so.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the least cool thing to do is to be a Chiefs fan right now.
Well, honestly,
remember that.
But I mean, unless you're a Swiftie, because now it's like, this is so cool. I didn't even know about sports.
No.
And now we're Chiefs fans. Like, I'm so happy that we can finally be fans of football because I heard that that's when they kick the ball, right? In like Europe and stuff.
Nope.
Or
also, the European games are dumb. There, I said it. Sorry if you're in Europe.
So like actually not like the European games in general, like football games, like American football in Europe.
I think everything that you're thinking of, I agree with.
Yeah,
as in soccer's dumb and rugby's dumb.
Okay, so you're just going that route. Okay.
And American football in Europe is also dumb.
Okay.
I want the revenue here.
What about Kyle Hebert?
I love that man.
Yeah, and he plays one of those dumb sports you just named.
Well, here's the thing. He can play it in America if he wants.
Okay, that's true. So once it's America, it's okay.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day.
You did? Is he listening to the podcast yet? Because we've mentioned him.
You remember whenever I talked to him? We were at church.
Oh, you're talking about that time? Yeah, when he was at church? Yeah. That was good.
He needs to come back here. I like that guy.
Yeah. Cool.
But also, they would make marriage cool again. People on the coast are just like, don't even think about getting married until you're at least 30, 35.
Yeah.
And so they'd make marriage cool again because, again, you got to get married the same year as mother.
Yes. So they got to make sure they do it early in the year because if they do it like December, like that would just be hectic. Like everybody's like, everybody get married right now. Like if it's December, like you don't have a lot of time. Like they have to do it like in January, February to give everybody plenty of time to do the thing.
Well, you can't do it in December. You know why? Back to December. The song all about the breakup with whoever.
Okay, yeah.
But it's kind of a sad song.
I think that one might be about Taylor Lautner. Well, I'm not gonna fact check, but I think it might be.
She left the roses there to die. That's all I know. I remember that. I need to listen to that.
So I gave my update from the week. So what was your update? What's your update?
That was the update.
Wait, we can just go with that.
No.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Went hunting. It was opening weekend.
You went hunting?
No.
Had no idea.
It was Thursday or so. I texted Samuel and I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm leaving to go hunting tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like, can you record like a 5 o'clock? And I'm like, I will still be at work. Like there's no way I can spin this. So I was like, well, here, just send me in some voice memos and we'll play those.
Guess what I did?
He did not do that.
To be honest, I was so tired Saturday.
Yeah. I figured you probably were. So I was like, I think I can handle this okay. I have enough stuff to work off of. Because sometimes, like when I'm trying to do like a solo, like it can be tough. Yeah. But luckily, you guys have been sending in voice memos, so that gave me plenty of content to discuss. And we're able to do a quick episode, but also a good episode. So hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you like this one as well.
You better like it or else.
Or else, Dane, I don't know what you'll do.
I used to say to my friends that I would slash their tires.
I think you've mentioned that before. Yeah.
Or burn their house down.
He will do that to you. And now I guess
allegedly,
if you have knives in your tires and your house is burnt down, it may be allegedly by
quote
Dane.
unquote.
Yeah. If
But
you didn't like the podcast,
we don't know for sure though.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so the hunting.
yeah. So I went hunting. Went down there Friday night. Sister, brother-in-law there, kablooey, and then got up at the worst time imaginable, which AKA anytime before 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm,
And so got up at 5 a.m.
Oh.
And yeah, that was ridiculous. And went to the woods. It was fine. I'm sitting there and I'm literally staring at the sunrise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And then I hear trot, trot, trot behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh.
Lindsay got another one.
No. Trot, trot, trot behind me.
Oh, I'm like shot.
No, trot.
Oh, sorry.
And then after hunting for 19 years now, because I started going when I was 7.
19 years and counting.
Yeah,
you
and counting.
You can make a TLC special.
I could. Mm-hmm. So then after 19 years of hunting, I know it's not a squirrel, I know it's not a bird or an armadillo or a coyote, all things I've seen out there before. I'm like, that is either a deer or a person. And I'm like, I hope it's not a person.
Yeah, I'm shooting either way.
Dang it.
I need something to make me feel alive.
Well, it's either a deer or they're trespassing. So.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, that's a deer. And I'm like, don't move, because I'm like, it sounds real close to me.
Wait, did you tell the deer not to move? Like, hey, don't move.
I tried to, but it wouldn't listen.
Over
the sunrise. And so I'm like, hold. And I'm like, do they smell me? Do they see me? Well, I don't know. If I move, though, I'm done because they'll see me.
Yeah, they'll shoot then.
They'll shoot me.
Yeah. You got to be careful there. Like, if they see you first, like, it's free game.
Yeah, it's like Hunger Games. But then he turns and runs out into the field, and I try to, like, make a call at him.
Like, hey, you! Stop! Get back here!
And it was more like, meh.
Oh, you're hunting sheep now?
No, if I'm being honest, that's what a fawn makes. Like a baby deer.
Okay.
Thinking maybe he would stop and be like, what was that?
Oh, so you're just going for the babies now?
No, I'm trying to sound like a baby so he'll stop.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw him running and he had his tail down, which means he wasn't scared. And then, I was like, ooh, he's a big buck.
Yeah.
And he keeps running. And then I look past him and there's a doe out there. And I'm like, oh, and that's what he's after over there.
Yeah, Bambi situation.
Yeah, they're trying to make Bambi. Or he was. And so they both start running through the field. I'm like, and I get my gun up, take my safety off, and I'm like, stop. And then he finally stops on the edge of the field. And then I crank my scope up from magnification of 3 to 10, and then I look through it, and it's foggy from my condensation from my breath. And I'm like, come on, this isn't the time for this. And this is all within like 5 seconds. And then I check his like antlers one more time, and then boom, and then he runs off, dies.
Oh, okay. I was like, I missed.
I don't miss. You know who does miss?
Not Lindsay.
Lindsay Reed.
She has the best spots.
Oh, she does have the best spots, but not the best aim.
Per our last episode that she was on, like 4 episodes ago, like she said that she was the better hunter.
Well, you want to know some factual statistics of what happened this weekend?
You know what? This is a podcast. I think you should tell me.
Good. Dane statistics: 1 shot, 1 deer. Lindsay's statistics: 6 shots, 1 deer.
Dang. And assuming they were all like gunshots, right? She wasn't just like shots, and then she shoots one?
Well, if we're being honest, Daniel Reed was hunting with her, and he could have used some shots.
Takes the edge off, I guess. That's what I've heard.
Lindsay was rather irritated when she got down out of the stand.
Because, again, she was talking up her game, and she made it public to everybody on here, and she knew that we would talk about it. So she had the extra pressure on herself because she knows right now, like, this was going to be podcast content.
It is.
Her whole life is like a reality television show now.
Kind of. And, I mean, it's hard when you have a celebrity brother such as Cole Biesmeyer. No, he's probably the least celebrity out of all of us.
Hey. One of these days... I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. One of these days.
Yeah, he works in Kansas City. So.
Ooh, that's rough.
I know.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so then apparently, according to my dad, Lindsay and I have killed the exact same number of deer, which is 20 to 20.
That is 20/20 vision. And you're going again this weekend,
to try and take the lead.
Will she be going as well?
She will not.
So then it's not a fair fight, though.
Well, it depends because she got all the best spots for all the years.
That is true.
Right?
Did she take the best spots for the 6 shots?
She did.
Again?
Yeah.
Lindsay.
She was in a really good spot, saw a lot more deer than me. And We still came away with the same number of deer. Mine was just a better deer.
Yeah. Hey, Lindsay, if you have any thoughts on this, feel free to leave a voice memo. If you want to defend yourself, you just have to come down to Springfield again.
That's such a good point.
Yeah. It's always good content with you on here, Lindsay. So just saying. Yeah, that's fun. That's
Lindsay's rude.
Shots fired. Literally, more shots fired.
Dang it.
But yeah, cool.
Hunting was really tiring though.
Okay.
Because it was walking back and forth, and I was like, I didn't realize how out of shape I am,
Mhm.
given everything I'm going through or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a good excuse for all that because you haven't been drinking enough Mountain Dew.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
And our sponsor, Fruit Snacks and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Fruit Snacks, Mountain Dew, and Celsius, the sponsors of the podcast, obviously.
I do like Celsius.
Yes. Okay, cool. Last week, I, again, did the solo episode. We had some voice memos. One of them was from Joshua Schmitz, which we already mentioned once. But on his voice memo, he was like, hey, I don't really want to do research. I don't really know much about this, but I know there's Taylor's versions. Why is she even doing this? And I gave my whole breakdown, which was probably flawless, to say the less. But I know, he probably thought both of us would discuss this. And I was like, hey, I'll make sure Dane discusses it now. Again, he might not have any thoughts. He might have a few thoughts. He might have a lot of thoughts. Who knows? But Dane, what are your thoughts? Why are there Taylor's versions?
Joshua, you seem like a man of conviction. And you're just I don't know, you sound like you have a beard.
Pretty sure he doesn't.
Gosh dang it, do I like a man with a beard. Because I usually have beards except for when modern medicine makes me hairless like a cat.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
Exactly.
I don't think I processed that. I think this is the first time. I saw the pictures you posted the other day, and I noticed you looked a little different, but I didn't really know exactly why, and then you did shave your beard.
Well,
that explains a lot.
To be honest, I didn't shave my beard.
Okay.
It fell out.
Okay, that too. Nair. Nair's the worst.
Nair.
Yeah, okay, but keep going, sorry.
And so, Joshua, the reason she wants to do Taylor's versions is because she like money. And so she, I don't know, to my understanding, like got rid of like the middleman and was able, or like the producers were taking a certain cut of it. And she was like, well, that's not fair. I'm Taylor Swift. I deserve more money. So she did that. And even in her movie of like these concerts or whatever that she's doing, she again cut out the middleman and the producers in Hollywood because she has enough money to produce everything herself.
Billionaire.
So she cut all that out, and that's why she's able to charge $19.89 for the tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
Because she gets to dictate the ticket price then. Because all of the revenue and the sales are going back to her mostly, and then a certain cut from the movie theater. But other than that, all going to her. And so it's like, she's a billionaire.
With a B.
Capital B.
Yeah.
And so she can do what she wants.
You could call her a queen bee.
No.
No.
No. People call her mother, and I think it's weird.
Yeah. So would Travis be daddy?
Dang it. Well, I did see...
or no, I guess you'd be father. Sorry.
No, either way, I don't like
it. Well, apparently like it a little bit because you showed me you got a T-shirt this
sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt for your Christmas parties, and it has father and mother on there.
Well, it says, I saw mother kissing Travis Claus under the Christmas tree, and it's a picture, or like an outline of Taylor and Travis, which both of them... don't care for either of them, but
care enough to put them on your chest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because what is life really other than chasing clout?
And again, like you're a Cowboys fan, so you buying that sweatshirt is like huge because obviously, like you want the clout more than you want like the respect of others. I'm saying from like coming from other Cowboys fans.
Sure.
That is, yeah.
Well, in a weird, twisted way, I'll get more respect from people in Missouri wearing that sweatshirt.
That is true. That is true than wearing a Cowboys anything.
Yeah. I also have a ugly Christmas sweater that says "Die Hard is a Christmas movie," and it's John McClane crawling through the air ducts of Yakatomi Plaza.
I think I've seen you wear that one before at one of those K-Life Christmas parties.
I miss going and doing things.
Yeah, one of these days you'll be back. Oh, come January, you probably can go to that K-Life leader meeting maybe in Branson, possibly.
I am targeting January for a possible return.
That would be the biggest return ever.
No, I know. What a time.
It'll be a good time for sure.
Half the people I wouldn't know, and the other half of people would be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's that? You're the guy on the podcast, right? Yeah.
Maddie Barron. Oh, I should say her last name.
It doesn't matter.
Maddie Barron and Kara Larimore came and saw me last week.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, so what's like K-Life like anymore? And they're like, well, it's kind of the new people and then the OGs. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned before that they were both at like one of the other K-Life like fall retreats. They're like, hey, we need to be on the pod. I'm like, well, maybe one of these days. I have it in like a notes like, hey, potential podcast guest host.
We need to get a third mic before we have 4 people on.
I'm looking at Black Friday to maybe make some upgrades here and there.
You let me know, and the people know if they can help contribute. To
hey, link in bio. Actually, there is a link if you want to randomly donate.
No way.
We'll see.
But yeah, so she lacked money. That's why she did Taylor's version.
Yep. So Joshua, I hope between the past 2 episodes and 46 and 47, you now know why everything is happening.
Answer the question.
But yeah, good stuff. It's been wow. We've already been going like 20 minutes, but what grinds your gears? We are delaying ourselves, and he's getting more fruit snacks out. And you know what? I didn't even have this on here, but grinding my gears. I mentioned before on the episode
I like fruit snacks
with Jackson Frazier. Great episode, great friend. But who's that podcast host? That really big one, Joe Rogan. Yeah, because he was eating like pizza and stuff on a podcast. I'm like, this is nasty, and you're over here eating fruit snacks, which doesn't sound nearly as nasty, and you're actually being quiet and respectful with it.
See?
So I do appreciate that. So it's not grinding my gears as much as it could.
It's 10:30. Dang it, I'm hungry.
It is a late night for sure. But do you want to dig into any of your grinding your gears before I jump into mine?
Well, I'm tired of a lot of things, frankly.
Okay.
Number one, having a port. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's good and bad because it like when you have a port.
Yeah.
I assume and I hope that most of you have never experienced that.
I have not.
But when you have that, it's like really weird because it's on one side of your like chest, and you're like, ooh, I really can't get hit on that side.
Yeah.
And so you're like protective of that. Mm-hmm. But then the other other nuisances are like, when I drive, I have to put my seatbelt under my arm instead of across my chest.
Yeah.
Because I figured if I get in a wreck and it slams on that's not good.
Like this is how I go.
That's probably how I would die instead of the car wreck.
Yeah.
So it's like that. But the good thing is like I don't have to get an IV every time I go do something. Mm-hmm. And it also hurts less than IV whenever they like stick it and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So
Liquid IV, not a sponsor.
Exactly. But I also can't sleep on my stomach and things like that.
Which is actually not good to do
Whatever.
in the first place.
Nothing's good to do anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's bad for you in some way.
Shout out the fruit snacks, though. And Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And Celsius.
So, okay. Well,
but also the statistics.
Okay. Tell me about the statistics.
And that's what grinds my gears.
Okay. What grinds your gears about statistics?
Statistics.
I sound like I have a lisp.
You do.
Yeah.
But, so... I've ranted in the past about how you can make...
What? You've ranted?
I don't rant.
No, you never do.
These are all factual
things. All facts. No fiction.
Yeah, all gas.
Shout out Lecrae.
I'm about to take off my shirt. All right, we paused the episode so I could take my shirt off.
You didn't need to say that. That's the whole point of editing. So now it's just going to go smoothly and be like, "What? I didn't notice anything." It's because of the editing magic that I have.
I'm sorry, I'm a man of the people, by the people, for the people.
Did you think I was about to have like a 2-minute delay in the middle of the podcast?
Yes.
Just no audio? Like, well, that's big. We don't know how to do anything. We don't know how to edit.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, it's just like, sorry, he was taking his shirt off. I didn't know you could do anything else.
People would have
Do you listen to any of these episodes? Do you know how to edit?
I do sometimes.
Okay. Shout out.
And then I'm just like, oh, wait a second. I said something there, but I don't remember what it was.
It's like, did I really say that? Dang it.
I do think that sometimes. I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But in the moment, it sounded good.
Yeah.
But that's why you can't hold me back.
Mm-hmm.
And so the statistics, I hate them because they can say anything you want them to say, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever...
Shout out Trent May.
Shout out that dude. And so then whenever I start thinking about things like, if you have cancer, should you drink additive sugars and things like that? All my dietetic friends are saying, no, don't do it. But then my cancer doctor says it's fine. My urologist says it's fine. Then I talked to a cancer dietitian or just a dietitian in general. And they were like, I think your friends need to do more research. And I'm like, so what are you saying? They're like, well, I'm saying like drink the sugar if you want. It's not conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
And so from that, they're like, one of my friends referenced this study to me about aspartame, which is in Diet Coke, Fresca, etc., Coke Zero, which is just an artificial sweetener. And there's articles that have come out that aspartame could possibly cause cancer. And then you read the actual study, and they did it on rats. And also, the equivalent of aspartame that they gave them is the equivalent of having like 19 Diet Cokes a day. So if
which is a lot of people out there, I'm sure.
Some people do that, yeah.
Which is nuts.
That is crazy. I might have one someday.
I don't think I've ever brought him up on the podcast, but I could be wrong, doesn't Donald Trump drink like a ton of Diet Coke?
I have no idea.
I feel like it's him or like someone else I've heard that's just like in like the political sphere and it's like, yeah, I just drink Diet Cokes all the time. I'm like, that is so bad for you.
Well, the Senate tried to have a fight today, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about it, so we don't need to talk about it.
I don't know who the senators were, but one of them said, do you want to stay there or do you want to stand up and take this like a grown man? And they both stood up. And I'm like, and then Bernie Sanders, of all people, said, no, sit down. And I was like, oh, this is who we're electing to Washington.
Everybody in Washington is just worthless. I'm sorry. Like every single one of you is, I don't know. But we're not a political podcast. We are everything else podcast.
Unless that's what you want.
Yeah, unless Michael Fuller's on the episode, then it gets a little political. So,
ooh.
Hey.
Foreshadowing for later.
Yep. But any other thing with your statistics?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Okay, cool. Maybe next time just listen to the doctors in the first place and don't listen to your random friends.
Well, the doctors don't know what they're doing either.
Well, the doctors thought you said knew it.
No, they don't know nothing.
Okay, no, they don't know that.
What I know is that nobody knows anything.
That is a good quote right there. What I know is that no one knows anything.
The only thing I know is that I don't know.
Beautiful. That could be the title of the episode. The only thing I know is that I don't know.
It's the title of my life,
frankly. Probably won't be the title of the episode, but we'll see.
You name it whatever you want. You name it something saucy.
Yeah. For my Grinds My Gear, I mentioned earlier, so I had family come in from Wisconsin. We went to Silver Dollar City, which is a big theme park in Branson, Missouri. It's been rated like the #1 theme park like in the nation like numerous times.
Really?
And they have like a really good like Christmas like a festival. And that's what we went down for. And something with Silver Dollar City is they always are like building like new rides.
Who'd you go with?
I went with all my family.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
But they had this one like really historic ride that's been around for like 50 years, and this is the last season of it. And it's called Fire in the Hole.
I think I've been on that one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good. But because it's the last season, like before this year, like people didn't ride it that often. Like you could get like ride on because people are like, yeah, it's like an okay ride.
Is that the one that hurts my back?
It probably is.
Yeah.
But because they're like, this is the last year, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I got to ride it one last time. So the lines are always crazy. And they have made, I think, a boatload of money off of this because they're selling like T-shirts, like my last ride on Fire in the Hole, and like have picture booth like right by it. So
they're going to keep it.
It's brilliant on their part. But we were like, okay, we got to ride this, I guess, like one last time. But the ride kept shutting down. I'm like, what? It's already the last year of it. Why can't you just keep it? Like, who cares if it's a little like janky right now?
Oh, yeah, that's what you like to hear before you get on a roller coaster.
Yeah. But I'm just like, what in the world? Like, whenever rides go down at theme parks, I'm like, this is honestly one of the worst things because for some people, it could be the only time they're visiting a theme park, and that could have been one reasons that they were going in the first place.
True,
was to ride like a certain ride, and it's like, well, it's broken down for some reason or another. So we went by the first time, and it was broken down. We're like, okay, we'll come back later, and we came back later, and it was broken down like again, and I'm like, what in the world? And I'm starting to think that maybe they're just doing this as a ploy. They're like, hey, maybe if we make it where it's like, oh, it keeps breaking down, people will be able to accept it just a little bit more that they're taking down the ride.
That actually makes
sense.
It's
like, see, we're having all these issues, but also I think that they might not be taking as good of care of it right now because they're like, it's only got like another month and a half. Like, we're good.
This feels like a lot.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's been grinding.
I know
my
what
gears.
it is.
What is it?
The same people who fix that are the same people who work on the ice cream machines at McDonald's.
Probably. They just can't do anything. It's like, oh, it's broken again? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Is it broken or you just don't want to make me an ice cream?
Yeah. But that could be the case. But we'll probably be back at least one more time this year, so hopefully the ride is open then so we can get our official last ride on Fire in the Hole.
You know what's nice?
What is nice?
Having this much smaller laptop compared to my gigantic, janky one.
Yeah, Dane got a new laptop, and it is fast, it is sleek, and it is just so nice. I can't even see it. Before, his other one was like basically like the International Space Station.
It took up like half the table that we're on.
Yeah, it was a big clunk of metal, and now he has a very sleek one, and like that is clean.
Shout out to Tammy for helping me get this MacBook
Laptop.
Air.
Yep. Oh, you just had to name drop it. It's like, yeah, I'm rich now.
Well, inadvertently, I've become an Apple guy. Like, I've always had an iPhone, unlike you. But
hey, shout out Android users.
Dang it. But then I got I think I got AirPods shortly after that.
Yeah.
Just because it would connect to my phone easy, blah, blah, blah. And then I got an Apple Watch after that. And now I got an Apple computer. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm all Apple now, which is just cray-cray.
Yeah, cray.
I'm going to put an AirTag in your car.
I mean, you can. Why not? I mean, you'll know exactly where I am, and I probably know where you are as well.
I'll be like, oh, he's home again.
Yeah, like, hey, where are you? Okay. Okay. Apple guy. I like that. Not really, but I do. Because it's I have more space on this desk now because you do have a MacBook.
That's true.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
Can't argue with that.
You know what we should do now?
I think that we should ask the question of if aliens landed right here, right now, and said, take me to your leader, who would you take them to?
What are you looking up?
These are my notes.
You actually had that in there?
No, I have podcast topic ideas.
Oh, okay.
And I just have a bunch of them.
Well, you can, sure. This is going to be a long episode then. So if aliens came down and said, take me to your leader, I'll be like, hey, let me tell you about Jesus. Our number one sponsor of the Until Next Week podcast.
Take me to him, and then we shoot the alien.
Yes. That's what I would do.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. Would you do anything differently?
I mean, I don't know. If they were like, take me to your leader, I'd probably take him to Colonel Sanders.
Ooh, that'd be good. Be like, hey, here's some fried chicken.
Or Nick Saban.
Nick Saban would also be good.
Oh, man, Nick Saban would be pissed.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, can they play football?
He'd be like, hey, can you block a black... I'm going to say blindside blitz.
Oh.
Can you block the other team?
Oh, yep.
Cancel me. Heard you win.
Cool. Nice. Do you want to rank our top 4 sports movies of all time?
Yes.
Okay. Allie Hoopy, a few weeks back, I think it was on the episode with Lindsay Reed. She sent us in a voice memo and she was like, hey, rank your top sports movies of all time. And we're like, we can't do this right now. You're putting us on the spot. But
at the end of the episode too.
Yeah, because that's when we played it. But we'll do it right now. We'll rank our top 4 sports movies of all time. And Dane, I'll let you go first if you want to go first. Unless you want to go second, then I'll go first. So let me know right now what you want to do.
I think Siri should decide.
Oh, my word. So he's going to do this again. I'll just talk.
I'm 1, you're 2.
Okay. Yep.
Siri, choose a number between 1 and 2.
What is she going to say? Let's go.
The answer is 1.
I'm 1. Ha, you suck.
Okay. Oh, thanks a lot. I said you could go first, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm going to go with a movie that I feel like the main actor in this is one of his best performances of his career.
Oh.
Big time actor.
Okay.
And I feel like it's frankly not just a good sports movie, but a great movie just of all time.
Okay, what is it?
This is Remember the Titans.
Very good choice.
I think it's fantastic. And it was all about football in the 70s, blah, blah, blah. And then actually a young Ryan Gosling is in it. And he gets kicked off the team, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, somebody else does. I don't know. He does something. And
you. I don't know the guy's name.
Gary Bertier.
Yeah, you, Gary. You got it.
Oh,
I'm going to drive down the street without looking now. Crash.
That's awful.
You
man.
No, you, Gary, turn around. No, I got it.
No, you random stranger.
Yeah.
Man, that's what. And what you learn in this movie is that you should run the ball.
I thought it was you should wear a seatbelt.
That too. I mean, I don't know. He got T-boned, so it wasn't going to be good either way.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't know if he flew out of the car. It goes to the hospital.
It also was only for the movie because in real life that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, I didn't look up what actually happened.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he didn't from everything I know. But movie.
What do we know?
Good movie, good dancing, good singing, etc.
What?
It was a musical.
No.
Yeah, it basically was. Like they went on a field at one time and intimidated everybody. Like, hey, we are the Titans, Mighty Mighty Titans, and they clapped and danced.
It's not
a little
musical
bit.
though.
Okay, well I interpreted it wrong.
You're a hater of this movie.
No, it's a good movie. I do enjoy it.
You endorse because you hate this movie.
And I'm going to delete that.
You should just bleep it.
I'm going to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So Shout out to the bleeps.
Shout out
that's
to Michael
that's for
Fuller.
you, Michael. You always want the bleeps. You sent us a text earlier this week. You're like, hey, I hope there's a lot of bleeps before I listen to this episode with you and Dane. I'm like, well, it's a solo, so no bleeps will be happening. I can control myself.
He just texted us and said, "Did I make it on?"
Oh, well, hey, Michael, you have to wait.
Yeah, the answer is, as of this point, no.
But soon you probably will. My number one sports movie of all time.
Yes.
And I'm happy that you did not pick this
Don't take
because
mine.
this was going to be my number one. It is The Sandlot.
Ooh.
Greatest baseball movie of all time, arguably greatest sports movie of all time. There's just so many memorable like quotes and just
Sure.
like scenes and like meme-worthy moments. And it's like Babe Ruth. Who's she? And it's like
Baby Ruth.
no, Babe, the great Bambino. And it's like
Sultan of SWAT.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Colosso of Clout.
yeah, it's such a great movie. It's just like being a kid during summer. Like it's so fun.
I think it's very okay.
I think it's very amazing. And whenever I wear Converse, I'm like, hey, I could be the guy.
Like Benny the Jet
Yeah,
Smith.
Benny the Jets. I can run away from a dog very quickly. I can get some major hops, and you feel better about yourself.
I mean, it's not the worst sports movie of all time. I always thought it was
It's not the
overrated.
worst.
I just think
I
it's
would
very
say
overrated.
on multiple lists, it would have to be top 3 probably on about every major list.
Well, fun fact, it's not on Rolling Stone's top 30.
Okay, well, we discussed Rolling Stones lists in the past.
Yeah.
And they're not always the greatest.
They suck.
Yeah, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Sandlot is just amazing. It's a good feeling movie. Or like the most iconic, or one of the most iconic scenes was when it's like 4th of July and they're doing like the
I
fireworks.
do like that one, yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow.
And the s'more.
Yeah, there's so many good parts of that movie. They're just so memorable. Like Squints
Yeah.
and Peppercorn. What is it?
The lifeguard lady,
Yeah,
right?
Winnie Peppercorn or whatever.
Wendy. Yeah, it's something
like
corn.
that.
Yeah.
I actually met Squints once.
You did?
Yeah. He was in Springfield, Missouri, like a few years ago. He was like on this. They used to have like a Springfield, Missouri, like talk show, or like late night talk show thing, and he was one of the guests.
We should be on that.
And then I got to meet him. Well, they stopped it during COVID. And
We
they haven't
should
brought
be
back.
it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we could be it. But yeah, he came in, and I got to meet him, and got like a autograph of him, and got a picture and stuff. And it was a nice guy. But yeah, he still kind of looks like this older, goofy version of Squints.
That's
But it's
funny.
cool. From a number 2 movie, I had to think about this a little bit.
Don't
And
take my other one.
I had a few other movies that could come in here, but then I was like, no, I got to go this route. High School Musical. Arguably the greatest Disney Channel movie of all time. I mean, you got Zac Efron, you got Vanessa Hudgens, and
Corbin Bleu.
Springfield, Missouri's own Lucas Grabeel, and Corbin Bleu, and so many people like in the spotlight, and it was just an iconic movie.
Because they barely play basketball in it.
Yeah, no, it's so great, and there's like so many funny spoofs about it now. It's like, hey, some random guy coming into like this high school, watch the game, like, why are they dancing? Why are they singing? Okay, well, Alicia doesn't have like a cheesy like girlfriend. Oh, nope, there she is. She's
There she
singing
is.
too. But
Travel,
no,
travel.
I mean, it is a basketball movie with a lot of singing involved. So
I love how the time is like counting down in one of the movies, and then
Yeah.
like you actually like put a timer on it, and it's like been 30 seconds to get 5 seconds. of whatever out of it.
yeah. It is a solid movie though, so that's going to be my number 2.
I like High School Musical.
It's something I kind of grew up with, and it's a good movie. So many memorable songs.
I like High School Musical 2 the best.
I thought I could have easily gone 2.
Yeah.
But I decided to go the one route. So
Wow.
it's good. It's good.
Well, fine. You go that route, and I'll go with an actual good movie.
Okay, what's that?
Rocky.
Oh, I've never seen Rocky.
You've never seen Rocky?
I honestly haven't. No,
That's crazy.
There's so many of them though.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Rockies and then the Creeds, and Creed's like Creed 1 and 2 was good.
Haven't
Creed
seen
3
those either.
sucked. You didn't see the Creeds?
No, they look
Goodness.
good. They look good.
Oh, whatever, Mister. I'm gonna not watch them.
Mhm.
But Rocky that's not even how you spell Rocky. It's ROCKY.
A lot of these spellings I don't care about too much. I'm making a list, and he's seeing the Google Doc, and I spelled Rocky ROCKEY, which I know is the wrong spelling. I just kind of typed in something.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you want to call in or send a voicemail in about Samuel and his ineptitude of sports movies, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because my third movie,
Yeah.
actually, Rocky.
my next one, Rocky 2. And then my final pick, Rocky 3.
No, I'm taking the whole Rocky series with this.
Okay, that's fine. And I took all the High School Musical series. Bet.
That's fine. That works.
Bet on it.
You get a
Bet
series,
on
I
it.
get a series.
Bet on it.
No, and that's the best song from the High School Musical.
With the cheesiest dancing.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's playing golf, which sucks, but it's okay. So I chose Rocky because Rocky originally, Sylvester Stallone, he wrote the story, was gonna be a big star in it, and then other people, our producers, were like, "We'll buy it from you for like $100,000, $200,000 in the '70s," and then he didn't have enough money to like eat. He had to sell his dog to eat. And he's saying no to all these offers because he wants to be the main character. Finally, somebody's like, yeah give him $5,000. And then it turns into this big series. Also, Rocky 4 ended the Cold War, and you can't tell me differently.
Well, I can't because I haven't seen it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Basically,
sure, that's what did it.
Basically, there's this Russian fighter in the height of the Cold War who is like this like machine. He's invincible. He doesn't bleed. And then Rocky somehow like makes him bleed. And he's like, see, he can bleed. He's human.
Yeah.
And then Rocky gives this somewhat inarticulate rambling at the end of the fight where he's like, if I can change, then you can change. And then all the Russians in Russia start chanting, Rocky, Rocky. And then there's a fake 30 for 30 about Rocky 4 that you need to watch.
Yeah.
However, fantastic movies. I choose Rocky. And then
Your next pick?
my next pick is going to be another movie that ended the Cold War.
Okay, what is this one?
Miracle.
Honestly, I thought about that briefly,
Yeah.
and that was a movie that my dad and like my older sister like loved, and we used to watch it like going to swim meets all the times.
Yeah.
But I was always like, it's pretty good, but I didn't like love it. But it was like it's a solid movie, so I respect it.
I think it's fantastic because A, it's a true story, and B, we actually ended the Cold War there. Well, we didn't end the Cold War.
Yeah.
We kicked some major Russian tail, and I'm so excited about that because America's the best.
Yes. Shout out to all our non-American listeners. We love
you
too.
suck.
No, we love you too. Keep
I
listening.
like you. I have a lot of people who are my foreign friends.
Yes.
So, and they're wonderful people. So, yes, but America is better. So,
Shout out. Okay. Well, I'll go into my final two picks. I was going to go one route with this, but I decided not to. I'll use it as a honorable mention. So for my number 3 pick, I'm going to go with The Rookie. The iconic movie with Dennis Quaid,
I do like that.
Baseball coach, kind of failed baseball player, and
Parent,
then
too.
Yeah, he was a very solid dude. And then they're like, "Hey, you should try out and become a player again, like a Major League Baseball player." And he's like in his late 30s,
37,
and he just works incredibly hard, and he's able to throw like high 90s, and then he eventually makes major leagues as a relief pitcher, like at 38 or 39 years old, which is crazy. Because that's usually way after people retire.
True story, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it's just an overall great performance by Dennis Quaid. I can only imagine what he would do in the future after that performance.
Dennis Quaid is also in I Can Only Imagine.
There you go. You got onto it.
Dang it.
But yeah, it was another movie that was kind of always in our car during like car rides for like swim meets and stuff. It was like The Rookie and Miracle. So we always were watching like one or the other or a vast multitude of other movies. But
sure.
Very solid movie. And it really leads me into
Not
the
Rocky, apparently.
Final classic movie for great sports movies, Cars. I'm not a big NASCAR guy, but Cars, it makes me feel something, you know? You got Doc Hudson, you got Chick Hicks, you got Mater, you got Sally with the little like tattoo on the on the
bumper.
On the bumper, yeah. It's Mia and Tia or whatever they are.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just a great movie. It really gives you the culture of what NASCAR is truly about.
No, it doesn't.
And yeah, you just got the young gun just going hard. It's like, no, I don't need new tires. I don't need new tires. And it keeps going around and around and around. Like, your tires popped. All of them popped. But then he was able to tie by a tongue. And then they had a whole story.
He somehow gets lost for weeks.
The story is about like, hey, you should sleep. And if you sleep, you won't get lost in the middle of nowhere. Because that's what happened because he kind of pushed his tow truck to the max.
Yeah.
And that's
What's his name, Max?
Mac. He pushed Mac to the limits, and that's what caused him to get lost for a while, but it ultimately ended up being okay. And then in their other series, they're able to save the world in Cars 2.
I didn't watch Cars 2.
It was okay. Cars 3 was better than Cars 2. Cars 1 was the best by far, but it was just overall a great Great movie.
Because he becomes a spy or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I
stupid.
picked Cars 1.
Yeah.
It's an iconic movie. You got Owen Wilson just doing his best.
Shout out to Owen.
You got Larry the Cable Guy.
Dang it.
One of his best
They made it.
parts probably ever
I
is in
can't
that
think
movie.
of any others.
Yeah. I mean, he's really good in there. But yeah,
it.
overall, solid movie. That's my fourth and final pick.
Remember when he's just like starts like zooming up ahead of everybody, and then like in the race off, or like the three of them just in the race off.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
Piston Cup.
Yeah, I'm like, drive that fast the whole time.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he'll just get more tired though.
He's just like,
yeah.
I don't know, whatever. But so my fourth and final pick, I really can't decide because I love all three of these movies.
Yep.
And I'll probably pick this one, which is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Should I do it for the people or should I do it for me?
Do it how you want to do it.
I'll do it for the people because I'm a man of the people. Friday Night Lights.
Okay, I don't know much about that one either.
Gosh dang it. Dang it. Not the TV series, the movie. And so the movie is about the, I believe, 1988 Permia Panthers who lose it. They're like all-American running back, and then who was supposed to go and play pro or something like that. Yeah. And then this ragtag group of people go and face this like John Carter team in the state championship because this is West Texas football. And then just huge guys, and they're bleeding out everywhere in the state championship, and then they get tackled on the 1 yard line and lose the state championship.
I hate to see it. Also
a true story. That's why I also picked that one. It was pretty cool. Tim McGraw's in it, so shout out to Tim McGraw.
Yeah, Tim McGraw.
My other honorable mentions were Moneyball. Love Moneyball. My actual favorite movie of all time, Major League, Tin Cup, and Invincible. So
good stuff right there.
You don't even know any of those movies, do you?
I honestly zoned out for a split second, so
Gosh,
I don't know what you just said.
I said Moneyball, Major League, Tin Cup, and Invincible.
Okay, Moneyball actually is a very good movie. I would have had that on my list if I would have thought about it because, again, Springfield's own, Brad Pitt.
Shout out to Brad.
Shout out
to his sister on the K-Life board.
A couple other honorable mentions I had. I kind of forgot one of them, but the other one is The Incredibles because Dash runs a track race.
Dang
and
it.
he has to hold back, and then he's able to get second place, which made his family so proud of him.
I thought he got first.
No, he was going to get first. Like, no, second place, make it close. And then he got second. I was like, wow, way to go, Dash.
That's stupid.
So that is one of my other sports movie picks.
Dang it.
But we just got talking, and this is going to be a long episode, but we still have a couple final items to address. And one of them is a potential new segment called the Michael Minute. And we had Michael Fuller send us in a voice memo, which I said the Michael Minute to him, and he sent one in that's almost 2 minutes. But we're going to listen to the whole thing and react to it and just keep going on with our life.
Listen to instructions,
because
Michael.
That is what a podcast is. So here is Michael Fuller probably saying something pretty questionable that will get us canceled.
Love it.
As you know, I'm a very, very avid fan of American entertainment. And let's rewind the clocks, say about back to when I was 17. You can go drive to your local movie theater, top down on the Jeep, just enjoying a good old Friday night with your homies, and you go to watch the movie, and it was great. So entertaining, character development was made. The bad guys lost, the good guys won, or if it was really spicy, the bad guys won and the good guys had to overcome a difficult challenge. Nowadays, too often, movies and or TV shows on Disney Plus are just all about pandering, being politically correct, and trying to solve a political agenda. And that's not what's entertaining. We don't want to be politically correct. We want to be funny. We don't want to set up things for a sequel. We want to get things done now. Now we've traded our entertainment industry for just pointless setups and setting up for the next big sequel that then proceeds to have pointless setups and get ready for the next sequel to keep making more money. Because remember, kids, it's not really you can make a good movie, but it's about what sells. So I say we go down to Florida, march straight into Disney corporate and demand them hire George Lucas back, sell Disney Star Wars back to George Lucas, and just make good Star Wars until the sun sets on our world. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. God bless America. God bless our troops. And God bless Springfield. Samuel, Dane, what are your thoughts on modern American entertainment?
That was so good.
Michael, I'm pretty sure you just suggested an insurrection.
Honestly, I saw something earlier today because Marvel movies, again, under Disney and like Disney Plus, they have gone down in quality so much.
Phase 4 sucks.
They're just trying to throw out so much content about anything and everything that quality is way down. They're just trying to make it where it all ties together for sequels, and it's just not good. Like the Marvels just came out the other day. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but the previews don't look good.
I don't want to see it.
But
yeah.
I mean, I'll still watch it, but it doesn't look good, and it's because again they're just trying to throw out so much content that they're not making quality products. And I know for you, it's again with all the Star Wars stuff because they're just making so much that everything's kind of going downhill. And I mean, I agree with you.
Honestly, Captain Marvel is an unlikable character for me.
Captain Marvel, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like super overpowered and everything else. But I mean, the Captain Marvel movie itself wasn't too bad.
I don't like it.
I mean, I said wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like I don't like some of these new characters they're adding where it's like it just they're trying to go too ever since like Thor Ragnarok. Like that one was like the first movie where they really kind of embraced humor and it was good.
Yeah.
But then they started way over embracing humor in every single one of the movies. And I'm like, there's a time and a place for some of this, but you're just pushing it way too hard and it just doesn't seem like a superhero movie anymore.
Yeah. Everything leading up to Endgame, like you had to watch everything.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I think I got it. Endgame was amazing.
Yeah.
And now it's just way too much.
Well,
and
yeah.
Also they're bringing back dead characters and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
like then what, like none of it matters then if
Yeah.
you can just bring back dead characters.
Yeah, that's something else where like don't
Yeah.
do it. It's not good for the
Yeah.
brand. But yeah, it's really Disney Plus is kind of making everything so much worse. Like I haven't seen it season 2 yet, but I saw Loki season 1, which was actually a really good, well done TV show. I still need to see season 2, so no spoilers. I saw like the WandaVision, that was pretty good. I saw like the Captain America TV show, that was pretty good. But then they just made so many. I haven't seen like the She-Hulk one. I haven't seen like the whatever that knight is.
Oh,
like White Knight or something.
It's not White Knight. It's something Knight.
Yeah, it's something along those lines.
I think it's like an animated one. Though.
I think there's a couple other ones. There's some of them have been good, but a lot of other ones are just like way too much. I'm like, I don't love this.
Trash can emoji.
Yeah. So I mean, Michael, you're making some good points.
Yeah, you're making a lot of good points, but you sound like one of them dang Republicans. And gosh dang it, I'm not voting red this time.
Oh my word!
I'm voting for Jesus again.
Yeah, shout out Jesus, shout out Jesus. But Michael, I think we might need to make this a weekly segment. So just keep on brainstorming, and we can have you on here every week via voice memo, and then sometimes in person as well.
Until we have you arrested.
I thought you were gonna say until next week. But yeah, I agree with your takes there. Like I think it's kind of going downhill in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of stuff they could do better.
It's not just Disney; it's everybody.
Yeah, it is. It's just over. There's way too much content, like in all aspects of life, really. So,
yeah. Play
cool.
Jack Holmgren's voice memo.
Okay, yes, we do have another voice memo from Jack Holmgren. He was on last week with a voice memo, and now he has one for both myself and Dane. So we're going to listen to it. And I honestly have not listened to it yet, so I have no idea where this is going to go.
I hope this is crazy.
And he did preface and say that it could be all over the place. So we'll see. We'll see. Here it is with Jack Holmgren.
What is up until next week podcast? My name is Jack Holmgren. You may know me as the brother of NBA superstar Chet Holmgren for the Oklahoma City Thunder and personal friend of Samuel's son. Well, I've come to you all today again with another What is Grinding My Gears. A couple weeks ago, I was listening to Dane talk about bobbing for apples, and he mentioned different types of apples. He mentioned the Honey Crisp. He mentioned the Gala apples, and then he mentioned the worst kind of them all. The Red Delicious apple is atrocious. I believe that just like Satan, it is a lie that is poisoning the mind of people. And so that is what has been grinding my gears for my entire 25 years of existence. The Red Delicious apple must be eradicated. Well, that's all I have for you today. Today's a beautiful 74-degree day here in Florida, about 5 degrees hotter than I would like, but still a beautiful day. Enjoy the podcast, everyone.
Jack, that's a wonderful take. 70.
You didn't catch it.
Which one?
You didn't catch his weather joke.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Did you understand the joke?
No, you said it was 74 degrees, about
5 degrees.
Oh, I get it.
We'll stop there. Oh.
Dang it.
I was like, come on, Dane.
I didn't think it was a joke.
He was thinking. He was thinking.
I thought it was.
Now I understand because I was like, he said something was to be like funny. I'm like, what is it? Like, this is good overall. I'm like, I see what you're doing. So rewind and listen to that if you want. We're not going to dig into it anymore, but
just take the number and subtract 5. However, he's correct. Anywhere like 75 degrees is too warm. Like,
yeah.
I love it in the 60s.
Yeah, it's very good.
Or, the late 60s.
Yep.
But yeah, Red Delicious sucks. Honeycrisp, good. Granny Smith also sucks.
Well, going back to like the red apple, like the one that he was saying that needs to be eradicated, like that's the one that was, I don't know how it did, but that's one that was Eve got tempted by.
That was the fruit in the garden?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the same one. So.
It has to be.
I can understand why you want to eradicate it, or why you want to eradicate it, because it's the reason that
there's sin in the world.
Yeah.
Why I have cancer.
So get rid of those red apples, and we'll be okay again.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan for me. Then.
Plus, also just kind of random, I'm like allergic to like apples.
What?
It's like something with like it's not like if they're cooked, it's okay, but there's some weird chemical like in.
Apples,
like raw apples and like
Natural
raw
apples?
carrots and like supposedly I think like a raw almonds that it does something really weird to like my throat. But like once they're cooked, they're okay. Or if it's like roast almonds, I'm okay. But if it's like raw of any of those, like it messes with me, and I don't. It's like there's like a weird chemical like in those kind of fruits and like almonds and stuff. So it messes with my throat, and I'm like, I will just avoid those apples at all cost.
Submersion therapy. You have to eat these consistently every day.
That would not be good.
Do it.
My throat might close up. Who knows?
Listen, you have to
It feels
live.
so bad. It feels so bad.
Live.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Jack, for that great voice memo. I think you could be a podcaster with your inside jokes that not everybody catches, which is
funny.
why I had to point it out to Dane.
I think more dudes will get it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, because Apple jokes are hilarious.
Apple.
Yes.
Computers.
Thank you. Yeah. Again, if you want to be featured on a next episode of the Until Next Week podcast, send us in a voice memo or leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and leave just whatever your thoughts are. We'll read it off and just kind of keep going from there. But we do have our sponsors of the week. Number one, it is Jesus.
Wow, look at him. You thought.
No, you thought it could be different. Like Dane was back on and like, hey, he might have a new sponsor, but no.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be fruit snacks.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's not.
it is Jesus. And I heard that Dane does have a verse of the week. So do you want to read that off?
I do, because I do read the Bible.
Shout out.
So this is going to be 2 Corinthians 4, verses 16 through 18. So that we do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away, our inner self is being renewed day by day. For this light momentary affliction is preparing us for an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison, as we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. So, like, this kind of hit me, just with all my stuff going on, and just being like our outer self wasting away, and how our body, A, was given to us by God, and then B, just like you get into verse 17, that this light momentary affliction, talking about just like everything that life can throw at you, which is, you start thinking about it, you're like, this doesn't seem like a light momentary affliction.
Yeah.
But then you also remember, I think in Proverbs or Psalms, it says that our life is just a vapor, a mist.
Mm-hmm.
And so in comparison, because, actually we're going through Genesis at church, and from what I gathered, our max number of years that God cut us off at now is like 120 years.
Yep.
So I'm just like, oh, okay. So that's 120 years for all of time. And then you start.
We only have like 94 years left.
I know. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like this is where God's got us, and then just the or seeking the things that are unseen. He's talking about himself there, or not. Well, he's not talking about himself because that's Paul writing it. However, he's talking about Jesus there and God, and just saying that, hey, you're seeking the things, or you need to be seeking the things unseen, because this life is but a vapor and a mist.
That's a good word.
Yeah, chase Jesus, not this fleeting joys on this earth.
You heard it here first. I mean, this is the first place you've heard it. Chase Jesus.
Yeah, this is the only place you can hear it.
Yeah. So, with every eye closed and every head bowed.
Dang it.
Number 2, sponsor of the week. It's Jake Trust in Art.
Fruity Jake Trust in Art.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but I know he's still around. I know he's still doing art, and I know he's still doing his thing. and buy stuff from him.
Selfish, he's married.
And use the promo code Give the Podcast Money. And if you buy stuff from him and it's because of us, I'm sure he'll give us some sort of commission. So do that.
Use the promo code Cancer-Free Christmas.
Yes, I still need to buy those wristbands from you. I'm sorry about that.
It's whatever.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days, we'll see.
The thing is, I didn't ask for it.
I
know. Old Justin French just made them, and then he told me, "Hey, yeah, I made these. I'm gonna start selling them for you." And then, so basically, they're these like silicone wristbands that say "Cancer-Free Christmas" on it, because that's my goal, is to be cancer-free by Christmas.
Yeah.
And then after that, just sometime in January, returning to more normal life and things like that. And then another goal is to run a half marathon in May.
Do it.
Again, because last time I ran it in May, I didn't train, and apparently I had cancer. Therefore...
And wait, so you never should have lost that bet in the first place?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, watch out, Keaton. It was with Keaton, right?
Yeah.
Watch out, Keaton. He's coming for you.
Keaton Bliss. Oh man, you made an unfair bet. You knew I had cancer.
Yeah, he plagued you with that.
He did.
He gave you the apple. He's the reason.
As Jay-Z once said, "Don't bite the apple, Eve."
You said by JC said that? Jesus Christ?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jay-Z, the rapper.
Jay-Z. Okay, that's good.
However, yeah, everybody else theoretically cheated in that race, and they're disqualified. I got first, baby.
Shout out. Way to get that dub. We'll get that medal for you in May.
Yeah, we better. I'm gonna message somebody about that.
Yep.
Get on Yelp.
Third sponsor of the week, Silver Dollar City.
Silver Dollar City.
Like I mentioned earlier, and there's 6.5 million-ish Christmas lights.
Is that true?
Yeah, I counted them when I was there.
No, you did.
Yeah. No, they're just awesome. Awesome place to go to. Awesome people. But yeah, it's a great theme park to go to. If you've never been there, go down to Branson, Missouri this Christmas time and see all their lights, because it will take your breath away. But hopefully you get that breath back so you can go back to your car afterwards and go home.
I've never been at Christmas time.
It is the best time to go by far. It's not even close. So
if people weren't dirty and germy, I would go.
Yeah, it's probably not the best place to go right now.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure that's where COVID started.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want a 6-foot long corn dog.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, I don't want corn dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want. I want a soft pretzel. That's
soft
what
pretzel.
I want.
Okay, I had a soft pretzel when I was there, but that doesn't really matter because, again, they're just our sponsor of the week.
Yeah.
Number 3. And I think we're done with the podcast.
Yeah, fruit snacks.
Yeah, so keep telling your friends if you enjoy this podcast. Keep leaving us 5-star reviews if you have not. Leave us voice memos. Just keep sharing. I don't think any of you have actually really shared this, but if you want to, do it. And I think the Spotify Wrapped will come out soon. And if we are somehow on your Spotify Wrapped for Top Podcast, please share it because that'll be cool.
That would be awesome. Please let us know.
Watch us be ahead of some big podcast. Look at that. We can tag the other podcasts. Hey, why weren't you better than us?
Yeah, well, how come we're more entertaining than you?
Yeah. I'm also kind of nervous. I kind of hope I'm on my top 5. I don't know if I will be.
Could be.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'd have to be for me because I don't listen to 5 podcasts,
yeah.
I don't think.
I listen to enough where it'll be close. So I hope I make it because then I'll make it more fun to share. But
got to.
That should come out soon. That should be a good time. But in the meantime, just keep listening, like we said. And yeah.
Yeah, if you're not listening to the end of this, then you're a fake fan. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Until next week, which I will probably be sick from chemo. So
yeah. So this has been episode 47 of the Until Next Week podcast. We'll be seeing ya.
Peace.